Okay.
All right.
I think we're live. I think we're on.
Cool.
All right. It's Crystal and Michaela with Honest Birth Talk, and we have Jason Martin with Jason Martin Presents today. He's our title sponsor for the Bestie Weekend Getaway. We're very blessed to have him supporting us. And today we have some questions for him. We hope to get this started now. I'm going to let Michaela take it away.
All right.
Before we get into the questions, Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do.
All right. Well, for the past 30 years, I've been in some form of training and development, most recently executive development for a division of a very large multinational. I left them in January. I now have my own organization and putting products out there to support people as they find their place in the workplace and develop their capabilities and generally improve their lives. As part of that, we're also doing what I call the Hidden Leader Expedition, which is kind of the really exciting project that you guys are familiar with, where we're going all over the country and interviewing at least 100 hidden leaders. And in our world, hidden leaders are those leaders that are making a positive difference every day, whether they officially hold the title or not, but don't necessarily get the spotlight. We have kind of a cult of celebrity leadership in this country, and it's often stuff that real people can't copy. Either they just don't have the personal attributes, they don't have the resources, they're just not in that point in time in their life. But what are the things that people are doing every day that the rest of us can also take on and do? So we've started that interview process in San Diego, and we'll be expanding that into the rest of the Southwest through the end of this year, using that to gather some momentum, bring in some sponsors, and then take it national and head out on the road to the rest of the country. So yeah, we're very excited. The interviews are going exceptionally well. There's some posted on Jason Martin Presents now that you can check out. And I learn so much every time I sit down and talk to these people. So I'm excited about that. So that's, yeah.
Are pointing the spotlight on people that don't always get recognized. That's huge because there's so many people making a big impact, but if they're not in that certain echelon of leadership, they're overlooked often, and that makes us feel like we're not good enough or where we need to
be. And you know, one of the reasons I wanted to sponsor this event is obviously many of the people coming to this event are in that place. We have a lot of hidden leaders coming to Las Vegas.
Yes.
And that's why, you know, we're going to be set up to interview people while we're there, which we think is really, really cool.
So Vegas is your first stop, right?
It's our first on the road location. Yeah. Now we'll be coming back to San Diego, but it's our kickoff for on the road. So we're pretty happy about that too.
Fantastic.
That's exciting.
Go ahead, Crystal.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so you kind of answered why you wanted to sponsor the Bestie Weekend Getaway. But we just have to say it's kind of geared towards women, and you are not a woman. So why did you decide to sponsor this predominantly women's event?
Well, for two reasons, or actually a multiple of reasons. But one is I was raised and educated by phenomenal women. And many of them did great things, and many of them could have done greater things. With more support. And I just hate wasted talent and wasted potential. Drives me nuts. So you know, this population of people that's coming to Las Vegas, that's a group of people that typically are underappreciated and who tend to over accommodate and sometimes have a hard time representing themselves in a way that other people can hear.
Oh my gosh, you nailed it on the head. I just have to share a quick story. I have always been the type of person that when I'm talking in a group setting and somebody talks over the top of me, I just quietly like back away and feel like, well, whatever I had to say wasn't nearly as important as what the other person has to say.
Sure.
So that is a lot. I think a lot of women, and especially moms, can tend to take that back seat and feel like, well, I have good ideas, but it's probably not worth sharing or not worth interjecting.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I address in my programs is this sense of, maybe not quite knowing who you are or what that value is, or whether you even have a right to it sometimes, because of other people's needs, which is unfortunate. And I think there are things that we can do to maybe not fix it. It's part of a lot of bigger issues, but at least provide people with some tools to help with things like you were just talking about. There's lots of good data to show that in any meeting, women will be interrupted more than men. Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was just me.
No, it's endemic.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think that women also just, they feel like that everybody else should come first. Even I think women who are in the workplace, they have a tremendous amount of guilt for leaving their kids at home. Sure. And guilt and mom guilt is real. And I think that people say it in a way that's like, oh, moms feel guilty. But no, it's like literally takes up so much brain space, because no matter if they work, then they're bad moms because they're leaving their kids at home. If they stay home, then they're wasting their talent. It's like, no matter what you do, if you're a mom, you feel so.
Yeah. Look, the reality is life is tough. There's a lot of really hard choices that we have to make. And certainly some of them are really in your face in terms of the issues that you just described that women face. And, sometimes we got to develop some muscle around that, but also develop some ways, like I said, to speak in a way that people will listen to. And some of that is getting out of our own filters about how we think they feel about it. So we do a lot of projecting, and it's our own projecting that really gets in our way the most. And so it really doesn't matter the cause. Yeah. And so
all the time, stop projecting your own insecurities on me. Like
I don't need them.
Yeah.
My own.
Yeah.
Okay. And we all deal with it to some degree. So to a certain extent, it really doesn't, it's really important to me that this is a women's event, and it also doesn't matter to me that it's a women's event.
Yeah.
Because these are part of the human condition. We will certainly talk about the specific issues that women face, but the underlying mechanics are very, very similar, regardless of gender, culture, ethnicity, anything else. We're largely the same under the skin.
Yeah, typically as humans are our own worst enemies when it comes to getting in our own way to be successful or to pursue something that's new and different.
Yeah, and it makes for an interesting exploration, because we will often do things that we already know are not in our best interest, but we do them anyway.
Right.
So, it's kind of fun to dig into those sometimes.
Yeah.
A little embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly.
Where did this idea of the Hidden Leader Expedition come from?
Yeah, it's been a journey itself, but there were a couple of key driving factors. One was this observation that most of the leadership events don't actually take place with the person at the top or the person in the spotlight. The day-to-day touches with people, that happens at a different level. And those are the people that really keep things running, but often it's stuff that's hard to measure. Okay, so that's one of the reasons they don't get the attention, sometimes because of all the problems that don't happen because they're doing their job. So people just take it for granted.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a meal that comes off right. People just kind of expect that or hope for that anyway. So it gets taken for granted, especially if you make it look easy.
Right. Yeah. Here's an example of that. When I always say that, Murphy's Law, Murphy comes and moves in when my husband goes away, and, the car breaks down, the water heaters flooding, all these things. And he's like, no, those are all still happening when I'm there. But you don't know that because I'm there to take care of it. And I'm like, oh, and he's, yeah.
Some of them are happening.
You're right.
When you're doing something as a, member of a business or at home or something, when those things are just natural and getting taken care of, you you do overlook how it's happening.
Yes, absolutely. So that was part of the motivation there. And then part of it is purely selfish. I want to take a road trip.
Nice.
So, and I set myself this goal some years ago that from a career perspective, I want to get paid to be me and hang out with people doing cool stuff. So
what more could you want?
Kind of what this whole business I'm building is around those things that I want for my life. And that will also provide benefits that are in alignment what I consider to be my purpose. And my purpose is to expand the experience of compassion in the world so people can connect peacefully. That there's just so much stuff that gets in the way. There's so many obstacles to people just getting along. And a lot of them are just practical. They're pragmatic. And yes, some are deeply personal, but it is possible to remove a lot of those obstacles by working on ourselves in a little bit different way.
Yeah, amazing. That's amazing. I love the getting paid to be me. We should all have that mindset.
Right.
We try so hard to be somebody else.
Yeah, I think we all try to fit into this like cookie cutter mold of what you're supposed to do. And we forget about what comes easy to us may not be easy to everyone else. And so we all kind of suffer from the imposter syndrome because we're like, well, if I know this and it's so easy for me, it's easy for everybody else. But really, that's kind of like your gift to the world. If it's super easy to you, there's probably not to everybody else. And that's actually what you're really good at and what you should share with the world. So,
and so for me, what I'm really good at is removing those obstacles.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm doing. Yeah. That's what it's all about for me.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
All right. So when do you?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Michaela.
No, I was just giving Twyla and Nicole a shout out. They're watching us live right now. So Twyla, if you have any questions for Jason, comment them below. And anybody else that's out there watching, because my thing is delayed. So there's probably a lot of you and I can't see you.
Right. Yeah. If you have any leadership questions or any blocks, right now is your time to ask Jason what you can do. Twyla has a business, so she might have some. We'll see.
Awesome.
Well, in the meantime, let's see, when do you get to Vegas? I'm trying to figure out, we get there like the first of the week. Are you coming later?
Yeah. Yes. We'll roll in probably mid-morning on Friday.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
So we'll find
rolling in
and connect with you and do what we need to do.
For those that are coming to the event, what can they what can they expect? You're going to have a crew with you. You're going to have cameras rolling, interviews happening. You're going to be
actually Nicole, who's on the Facebook Live, she will be there. She's my business partner. And my videographer, Mike Brown, he will be there. He's a fascinating individual all in himself. He's just retired from the Navy, where he did all sorts of classified intelligence work. But like me and like a lot of other people that are there, he has a general idea of what he wants to do with his life, and he's just, setting out and working on doing it without a plan, so to speak.
That's awesome.
So he'll be floating around with a camera. There'll be times where I'll be using my iPhone to record stuff, and there's a chance we may have another videographer there. He's maybe deployed, so we'll see. I work a lot with military.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. You have a heart for military, for those that are past, present, future.
Yeah, I have a passion for talented people who, can I curse a little, who give a shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who want to make a difference.
Exactly.
And I work mostly in the special operations community, and that is the definition of those people: highly capable, highly talented, need a mission, and really want to make a difference.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the attraction there. I'm part of a program with a group called the Honor Foundation that does almost a mini MBA with this group to help them transition out of the military and into wherever life is going to take them next.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We have lots of military spouses coming to the event, or active duty military also. And so
awesome.
Very excited for them to be there.
For sure.
And
okay, but back to your question about what people can expect. We have a little room set aside, as I understand it, that we'll be able to do interviews in. We'll, without distracting from the other things going on, we may be doing some slightly more random stuff along those lines as well. And then during my session on Sunday morning, I believe it is, or actually on Saturday at the kickoff, I'll be telling people how they can get a free e-copy of my book. So we'll share that there. And then I have an offer for the Career Reboot Mastermind that I'll be talking about, which is the 5 keys that go into rebooting a career, things that you need to be thinking about and assessing. And there'll be a couple of other offers that I'll make on site that I'm not going to let out of the bag right now.
Crystal was so excited about the ebook offer that she fell off her chair.
Well, there'll also be a way to get an actual hard copy that I'll have there too. So there you go.
Very exciting.
Yeah. So we are on the.
I guess I could jump up and down for that one since I fell out of my chair.
In terms of the Career Reboot Mastermind, just for the duration of the weekend, it'll be 1/3 of the normal price for the Bestie attendees.
Awesome. So you guys, if you haven't registered already, you want to go right now and go register for the Bestie Weekend, because there's going to be deals and specials and meeting people all over the place that you are not going to want to miss.
Yeah, these are small group masterminds, 10 or 12 people, so you get lots of individualized attention. And normally $299, I'll be offering it for $97.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah. Only
I'm going to sign up.
Don't go spreading this around, just for besties.
Only for the Bestie Weekend.
Only Bestie Weekend Getaway. That's what's awesome about this event, is that you get to relax, reconnect with yourself, figure out what inspires you, what have you put on the back burner, and then you have all these amazing tools to get you to that next level, and not overcomplicate it, because take it from us, you can overcomplicate things.
That is like our middle name, is overcomplicate. Yeah. So as members and ladies at the Bestie Weekend Getaway, you guys imagine this. You're sitting there, you have a hot meal at lunch, one that you don't have to cut up for anybody, and you're going to get to connect with people like Jason and our other speakers, and you get to put your feet up, relax, and then in the evening on Saturday, you get to get dressed up and feel like $1 million. Where else can you go to get all those things at once? So, don't stop.
It's an experience.
Yes.
So register and we will see you there. Thanks, Jason, for hopping on, and we will make sure and your link is on our website, but we will put some things above this video so you can connect with Jason as well. And we'll see you at the Bestie Weekend Getaway.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies.
All right.
See you soon.
See you.